Hello, darlings, and welcome to our special edition of Pastors' Wives Tell All, where we three, Jessica,
Jenna, and Stephanie,
spill the tea on Thursdays.
grab some coffee or a pot of tea and listen in for all the tips and tricks and random facts you never knew you needed. Until now. Hello there, and welcome back to Pastors' Wives Tell All, where we spill the tea
On Thursdays.
If y'all couldn't tell, that was a little different than usual because we have an extra pastor's wife today.
Hello.
A very hairy
Her name is
pastor's wife.
Isaac. Yeah.
It's great to be here with y'all today.
Oh, my heavens.
Can I just let y'all know behind the scenes, I have wanted to literally slap Isaac for the past, 10 minutes since we've been on other podcasts.
Grow
because
up.
he has been-
Grow up. Be
because
an adult.
Let me just tell y'all something about Stephanie's
Be an adult.
husband, a.k.a. little boy Isaac, is that he has to have a straw in his mouth at all times, unless he's probably speaking like preaching-wise.
Oh, sometimes there might be one.
Oh,
It goes behind my ear when I'm preaching like
and then if he doesn't have it in his mouth, he is holding it, making a very annoying snapping sound.
It's not annoying.
constantly.
Would you like to share the people and
ahead.
see what they think? We'll take
ahead.
a vote on if it's annoying or not.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's just a simple snap.
You got to do it right here where they can hear it.
It just snaps.
Yes.
Why is that
Constantly.
annoying?
Yeah.
Constantly.
See,
guys.
that's a you problem.
Oh. Well, is this something that you do every single day of your life?
100%.
So if Isaac is ever questioning what he should fast,
Yeah. Straws.
it's straws.
Yes. And if Stephanie's ever wondering what he, a gift that he would like, a bouquet of straws.
She gets me that every now and then.
I know, but I wanted to add it in there.
Don't you have a favorite though, for real?
Yeah, Sonic straws.
Sonic.
are the best straws. Zaxby's is pretty good. Yeah.
I feel like this is really a problem.
It is really a problem.
Well, there's certain straws that crack easy. They're very thin. They crack too easy, and it's ridiculous.
It's like I think we could go spiritual on that one. But we're not today, guys, because we have something else to ask Stephanie and Isaac. Guys, first of all, make sure you go back and listen to the 2-part series that we interviewed Stephanie and Isaac about their testimony and time growing up in a very different situation than a lot of us did. And it is a must listen.
Yes.
So make sure you go do that. But since we have both of them, we always have Stephanie, but Isaac, aka little boy Isaac. Isaac and Stephanie, they're married if you cannot tell or did not know. Please tell us how y'all met in 2 minutes or less. Go.
My best friend had speech class with him her freshman year of college, his freshman year of college, and I was a senior in high school. And she called me and she said, "Stephanie, I have met the man you're going to marry." And I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" And she said, "There's only one problem. He's been dating this girl for like 4 years, but they're totally going to break up because he's the perfect one for you." And guess what? It was like the angels descended because when I came to college, he had broken up with his girlfriend. I'll let Isaac tell the rest of the story.
Yeah, that happened, and I saw her friend Joanne in the Commons area, and she asked how the summer went, and I said, "Well, it was okay, but my girlfriend broke up with me," and she displayed a facial expression of excitement, and I was confused by that. But then she said,
Wait,
I'm
can
so
Can I show
sorry."
it? Can I show it for the people on YouTube? It was like this. She went, "Oh, I am so sorry."
Yeah, so I was kind of confused, but I was like, okay. And then I guess she went home. She went back to the room and told her. And then one of their friends saw me somewhere that I had no clue who she was, and she said, "Hey, something about a blind date." So
Okay,
I
so
said,
you went on a blind date. Were you nervous? How was it when you first met?
"No, okay." So here's a funny story about the blind date. She was an hour late.
I was not.
Okay.
He gets longer and longer every single time. I was told a certain time. He was told apparently a different time. So,
Gotcha.
therefore.
She was an hour late. And so what happened was I had told my friend, his name's David, and I said, "Hey, man, I'm going on this blind date." He said, "Oh, man," he was super excited. And you don't know David, but he's pretty outgoing, very he's crazy. So he said, "Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to this event, and I'm going to see y'all, and if you want me to rescue you from this date, and I'll take over for you, I'll sit next to her and I'll take over for you. You got to blink when you see me, okay? So we saw each other. She walked up in the red bandana shirt and a black skirt, and so I was like, okay. She's late, but I can deal with it, like this point. And I mean, obviously, it was love at first sight for her, but it was one of those things where I was just like, she looks good, So we got to talking and all that stuff, and she just, I mean, she was just amazing that night. And then my friend David saw us together. We were sitting together. And for those of you on YouTube, you can see this, but I sat there like doing a wide eye stare at him, trying not to blink.
That's hilarious.
The whole time, because I knew that if I did blink, he would come over. He was that crazy. And so I sat there just like, we're not gonna do this.
Hey friend, we will get right back to our episode, but we want to take a moment and thank our patrons. You guys keep our podcast going.
If you are not a patron and you would like to consider donating to our podcast ministry, we would be so grateful, and we might even do a happy dance.
When you become a patron, you get perks like being the first to hear about special info and retreats. You get bonus episodes, monthly devotionals, lock screens, and more.
Plus, we have added a new $1 tier for those who believe in us and what we're doing, just because you love us.
So head on over to our show notes and click on the Patreon link to learn more. Now let's get back to our episode.
And then I got her digits.
When he says my digits, it wasn't a cell phone. Because remember,
room number.
we attended a cult for college. If you don't know what we're talking about, go back and listen to the episode. And so it was my room number.
Oh,
My
yeah.
dorm.
Okay.
That
Our
is so
dorm.
romantic.
And so I called her up. No, actually, we saw each other the next day. I told God we had this thing called Greek Rush. And I was just like, there's going to be thousands of people out there. Normally, you don't see people that you know because you got to stay at the booth of your, collegiate, but y'all call them fraternity or sororities. We call them collegians because we're biblical. And so, so what we did is I was like, well, I'm probably not going to see her, but if I see her tomorrow, God, I'm going to ask her to go to lunch. And so in my mind, I was like, I'm probably not going to see her. I did have her digits, but I was trying to, test
Play hard to
God.
get.
I was doing the Gideon with the fleece out, like I'm going to see it. So lo and behold, we are the Tornadoes. Okay. That's our mascot for our collegiate.
Seems fitting for you.
Yeah. People fear me, including Jessica. She's very fearful.
Actually,
Every time I walk into the door, you can tell she shakes a little bit. And so, and I understand. I mean,
That's laughing. You see right there that she's shaking because she's laughing.
she's terrified, y'all. And but anyway, all that being said is, we were the Tornadoes, and I remember our sister collegiate, whatever you want to call that, was the Hurricanes. And so, if you know anything about Stephanie, hurricanes are much more deadly and destructive than tornadoes.
Wow.
Not true.
Wow.
They are.
The tornadoes are the things that come out of the hurricane that cause all the destruction.
Okay, you just said came out of the hurricane, which means the hurricane produced the tornado, which means it's more destructive. So you just proved my point. So we got.
It wasn't real good, Steph. Sorry.
Well,
I'm still on your team, though, Steph. Team
That's good.
Hurricane.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I love you.
so I had no clue what collegiate she was going to join, but they were right next to each other. The booths were right next to each other. I was one of the ones that had to be at our booth. We were recruiting for basketball players. And so I was at our booth, and the next thing I know, I look over, and there she is, right, like literally 10 feet from me. And I was like, all right, God, okay.
I thought you saw me walk out of my building. This story has changed.
No, we were next to each other.
I know we were, but you said you saw me walk from across the way.
Oh,
You saw
that
me
is
walk
true.
I
That
do-
is
I do
true.
remember that
That
story,
is true.
Stephanie.
That is true. I did see her come out of the building. I'm like, okay, I see her. And then I think it was just there was so many people. I wasn't going to yell at her. I mean, we just
so
met one another, so like it wasn't like Stephanie. Yeah, come get you some.
Oh my heavens.
As he wore his culoxes.
as we're at Christian college. If you didn't listen to the previous episodes, you know that one. Anyway, so, and then I looked over and all of a sudden she's there. So that's kind of what I did. I asked her for lunch and the rest is history. And
Just
what a beautiful story.
Beautiful story.
Beautiful story. You know, yeah. Congratulations.
I love all the sound effects coming from
You're
our live
welcome.
audience. It's wonderful.
Yeah, Jenna's the live audience.
I
She's
am the
one doing-
live,
she's
I am the
she's
live
law.
audience of this episode.
It's beautiful,
Yes,
Jenna.
you're welcome.
Well, we love
so
you guys.
we blossomed and grown from that, time. And so it's just amazing that, that when God puts two people together, the joys they have. And, the fact is, growing up the way we grew up, if you listen to the episode before, there was such just a strong submission in her heart. And she was conditioned and told, this is how you are supposed to surrender to the man of your dreams. And we did that. Now on campus,
Oh my gosh, would you stop talking? Bye, guys.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
Ignore Isaac.
Yes. Just ignore him. But go listen to their episode.
Yeah, because it was great.
2 episodes.
Stop clicking.
Peace out. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stop clicking.
Okay, friends, if you have enjoyed this episode as much as we have, please help us spread the word on Facebook and Instagram.
If you didn't know yet, Instagram is where all the fun is at. From dance reels on Wednesdays to spiritual encouragement and laugh out loud posts in between, there is something for everyone.
And last but certainly not least, if you could take a moment right now to stop what you're doing and give us a rating and review, even subscribe to our podcast, this seriously helps other people find us who wouldn't be able to otherwise. Thank you so much for your love and support. We hope you'll tune in next week.